Hello, beautiful people. Yes. For those of you who do not know me, my name is nadirahlugg, and I'm the president, the founder, the spiritual life coach, entertaining tarot card, oracle card reader of One Love and Light Center located here in California. And we are a spiritual center that help people find and maintain their blissful zen. So in other words, I love to tell people to think of us as your elevator operators to elevated consciousness. Yes. And we do this in a myriad of ways. We do this through the practice of yoga, guided meditation, Reiki healing sessions. Yes, I'm a Reiki master. And the reason we are here today, through the use of tarot and oracle card readings. That's what's up. And beautiful people, I always want to preface this now, and maybe I'm gonna have to do this on a regular basis. These tarot and oracle readings are timeless. So even though I'm going and doing it through the flow of the moon cycle, know that universe has a beautiful, awesome way of delivering you the messages when you're supposed to hear and be ready and open to receive the message. So always know there is no time limit in your work or your spiritual work or when you receive this message. Just when it's time for you to hear it, listen well with an open heart and open mind, and you will be ready to receive. That's what's up. Yes, come through. And so, beautiful people, welcome to the sun sign of Virgo. And tonight, we are preparing ourselves for tomorrow's new moon. I said new moon in Virgo. So shout out to all my Virgos who are celebrating their birthdays. This is your time. This is your energy. I myself am a Virgo rising. So a lot of times my higher self and how my outer persona of people who meet me, what I'm giving out there, is seen as the sign of Virgo, beautiful people. And let me give a little bit of information about our fellow Virgo brothers and sisters, as well as me enjoying this Virgo energy. Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury. So it's my partner with my Gemini sign. I am double Mercury energy. I'm a sun sign in Gemini and a rising in Virgo. And so Mercury brings about the whole energy of communication, learning how to express oneself and share information, knowledge, wisdom come through, how you interpret logical and analytical thought, all of that wonderful energy. So that is the ruling planet. Virgo is also governs the sixth house, and the sixth, which is my favorite number. Hey, I was born in June, so that's the sixth month of the year. So it rules the sixth house, and the sixth house is all about routine, right? Whether it's our daily routine, whether it's our work routine, it also rules our health, our mental and our physical health. So it's all about staying conscious about what we eat, what we put into our body, how we keep ourselves in a zen-like state in order to maintain our a healthy self. Okay. So it's also considered the Virgo energy is associated with the terms of the servant, the analyzer, okay, the martyr, the selfless service, all those wonderful things that are associated with a earth sign, because that's what Virgo is, a wonderful earth sign that wants to help with stability and help with selfless service to help one another, right? And so it's a mutable energy, okay, as well as with Gemini. There's a lot of comparisons, and I see I get double energy with that. So it's a mutable sign, which means it adapts very well and easily to flow. And what else? Oh, and it rules the body function of the kidneys and the intestines. So please, for the Virgos, always know if you have some Virgo energy, be aware of the health of your kidneys and your intestines. What it goes back to health. What you are eating, what you are digesting, come through. Yes. All right. And so that is, I think I covered everything about Virgo. I think so. So, as always, this message, this tarot oracle reading is for the collective, as I always do. I've already done my reading. And so it's so funny because I have a couple of messages that were given to me that is also here for the collective of how to best work with this energy. So without further ado, my collective brothers and sisters, this message is for you on how to best harness, work with, this wonderful energy, new moon energy of Virgo. Yes, come through. Let's go. Always starting with the tarot cards. Let's begin with, first off, we have King of Wands. King of Wands. Come through. And so the King of Wands, oh, you know what? Let me just go down the line. We also have the Nine, the Hermit card, and underneath the deck, we have Five of Swords. Five of Swords, okay? And so let's begin with this one. This is the first card on deck, the King of Wands. So the Wands represents fire energy. Fire energy. And although we're talking about earth energy, fire energy brings about our heart's desires, our passion, our get up and go. It's a zesty energy. It's an energy card, right? And now, not even just that, it's a court card. It's the king. It's the king of all the court cards of wand energy. And so it represents a lot of things of passionate fire, leadership skills, all kinds of, because it took a long time for this king to make something happen. So he or she becomes the ruler of their kingdom. And so it requires a lot of leadership skills. And what do we have here for some of the words that is associated with it? We have wise, charismatic, leadership, good at communicating, authoritarian, honest, efficient, passionate, extrovert, inspire others, and creative. I like the fact that it is efficient. I saw efficient on here because that is an attribute also of Virgo, being the perfectionist that Virgos love to be, because they're always about organization, analyzing data, making sure things are running well, like a well-oiled machine. There are our leaders as well, and even though they're always given of service, they like things to be organized. So if you notice that you are in a season, in a space where you just want to organize everything, whether that's your house, particular room, or something with your desk or work, it doesn't matter. But if you find yourself feeling that energy or that surge of energy, flow with it. Flow with it. Get the binders, get the folders, get the paper clips, get whatever you need, that new file cabinet to get things organized, get the paperwork together. File. Get your life in order the best way you can. And in the meantime, make sure that you are embracing this fire energy that's telling you that it's time to take upon that leadership role. If you don't like how someone is running things on that tight ship, or if it's not even a tight ship, then step in. It's all about diplomacy. One of the reasons why kings do so well is because there is a diplomacy in running a kingdom. Now, you could be a tyrant if you choose to be, but you won't find yourself to have plenty of allies or people to help to offer you support and compassion. But when you run a democracy and you let your kingship help you with letting the ones that are here to support you and honor you and listen to you, it works for wonderful magic, okay? Because all energy is reciprocated. So be kind, be wise, be charismatic, use that personality, but also embrace your leadership skills. And remember, we're in the new moon, and always remember, new moon brings upon what? New energy, new projects, new initiations to start something, to end again following your heart's desires with this wand energy, this wonderful fire energy, to get things going and cracking. And you see the two signs that are associated with is Scorpio and Sagittarius, another supporting card of fire energy with that wonderful water energy. And what we have, and we're with the moon, so moon will always be feminine energy. We also have, again, the Hermit card, number 9, Hermit card. The Hermit card is a wonderful card for the simple fact of the matter. My man or woman is holding a staff for support, but yet and still what's most important is this lantern. This lantern has a lovely light, a starlight, a starlight that's helping to guide. And so a lot of times the hermit, as his name is synonymous with, is a person who's in solitude, is a person who's going within to work on self. Okay. And so remember, Virgo is of selfless service. But before you can pour into anyone else's cup, you have to make sure your cup is full, filled with so much wisdom, so much energy that you're able to share with others. And so a lot of the words that are associated with this card is introspection, contemplation, seeking wisdom, receive guidance and mentorship. Are you a mentor out there or a mentee? Spirit guide, seeker, not a traditionalist, and solitude. I also find it amazing that, again, the Hermit card, guess what, is associated with the sign of Virgo. Yes, this is the Virgo card. So I guess it had to make its appearance today because this is the time where a lot of times earth energy or just people in this energy, since we're a sun sign, because we are in the sun sign of Virgo and the moon sign of Virgo, time to go within, time to find that solitude, time to find that room where you can just be in a space and meditate on what it is that you want out of this life. Remember, the first card we had was wand energy, heart's desires. If things have gotten a little bit chaotic and confusing, no worries. Remember, we got several retrogrades that are happening right now. I mean, literally so many. We finally came out of Venus, and we're on the end tip of Mercury. But remember, we always have shadow side with Mercury. And remember, the ruling planet of Virgo is Mercury. So if we have some confusion about conversations, communication, or where our task is in our life purpose, then have no fear. This is the time where you find ways to figure things out because we have the ability to change our ideas. We have the ability to change what's on our heart, our mind, and our purpose because we're all on a path and a journey. And along this path, things happen. We meet different people. We get exposed to different ideas. We get exposed to different beliefs. And so if you wanted to be a fireman when you were 5, and then at the age of 15, you decided you want to be a police officer, and then at the age of 25, you say you want to be a reporter. Now in your 30s, you're 35, you decide you want to be a doctor. And now it goes on and on and on. As we get exposure for new things, sometimes our life purpose and our desires change. And there's nothing wrong with changing. Get the information that you need, follow through, get some information and the knowledge, the wisdom, the training. So you know if this is for you. But whatever you do, find whatever that comes to you with ease. Look into something that you find is so comfortable to you that it's like, wow, it comes naturally. Like I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing this. Okay. There's nothing wrong with change. And change, it's so funny because we have underneath the deck the hidden energy, 5 of Swords. 5 is the synonymous number that is about change. That's what it's all about. Number 5 is change, a disruption. Things have to go and move. But we also have 5 of Swords. And 5 of Swords, sword energy is air energy. And so it brings about, again, when we talk about communication. And so with us being in retrograde, it's okay if we deciding to do a review about what we want to do and how we want to see it or understand it or communicate with it. And so 5 of Swords, it's all about, it's actually a battle. It's like a battle with ourselves or it's a competition with others. But basically it's a winning of a victory. But the question is, did we really win it? What was the loss? There was something that had to be sacrificed or a major change that caused the disruption. So yeah, did we really win? And some of the words that are associated with it is selflessness, cunning, betrayal, failure, misrepresentation, defeat, humiliation, frustrated, loss, unfair advantages, a pointless victory. So again, goes back to that. Yeah, I won, but did I really win? Uh-oh, let me get right back here. Let's see. Uh-oh. It got fuzzy, but hopefully it will clear itself up. So, but that's okay. So that is what, here, let me see if I do a card. You know what? With change is what we just get through talking about, eruption and a change that happens out of nowhere. So beautiful people, if you find yourself going into your solitary mode to do something or go into depth about something, then have no fear. You're right where you're supposed to be. There we go. And so now I'm moving on to the next card. Okay. The next card, so I'm trying my best to keep these as short and sweet as possible so nobody feels like they are listening to me for 2 hours or whatever. But I love to be thorough, beautiful people, because we're supposed to get the message. Yes. right? Correct. So this one is 23. 23, restlessness. Find a way to calm the waters of your mind. Find the ways to calm the waters of your mind. So sometimes, even when we have to go into solitude, it does bring about clarity. And so when we go into these solitude moments, then it's a time again to dive in deep. Meditation, concern, ask your questions. Ask and pose your questions to universe. Pose your questions to your spiritual team, your angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, divine one, because they are here to listen. They're all around us, all right? So utilize that time. But in the meantime, if you're finding yourself feeling restless, like you don't know what your next move is, sometimes the best move when you're unsure is no move. Stay still, stay quiet, stay in silence, and wait for that next directional. Remember, you are the leader, and no one has to dictate how you're supposed to move. You can take on guidance from any and everybody. But at the end of the day, even the king, when it's given advice and guidance, must stay still and listen to what the council is saying so that they know what's the next move to make for the benefit of the what? The kingdom. Come through. So this restlessness, it's okay. Embrace it while you're in your solitude to get things on your best direction on how best to navigate with this new moon energy. Come through. It's always a restart. We also have number 10, trust and forgive. It's time for you to let down your guard and learn to trust again. Is a lot of the confusion because some of us have been dealing with some hurt and some pains or some disappointment. The disappointment or the pain can come from people. It can come from situations. Hell, it can come from our jobs or the people we're working with and family. This is the time to trust and forgive. If you know that you made a mistake in the past, whether it's dealing with mental, physical, emotional, even financial, that there was some mistake made with our work and our play, or our mental health and our family, it's okay because that's what this life and this journey is about. It's about life lessons. And with those lessons, we're supposed to stop and think, what was the lesson behind this particular lesson that we had to learn? Did it hurt? Hell yeah. I'm sure it hurt, caused some confusion, caused some kind of pains. But know this, with this, in order for us to have some clarity and some better understanding, to find our Zen, because I am loving this double earth energy right now. It's keeping me a little bit more, again, attached to earth and more so attached to the Zen mode, but it's also bringing about my Virgo side, which can bring about critical side. So I mentioned about the high road, but also the low road of Virgo can bring about let's see, what is it called? Hypochondriacs. Okay. Oh, I think I got this. I got that. Stay off of WebMD, beautiful people. This is not the time for all of that. Okay. But it can also bring out our critical side. Okay. Where we do self-analysis. Remember, Virgos are the analyzer. Okay. So it would do a knowledge analysis. So in this beautiful time, please be kind to yourself, because when that inner critic does come popping out, whether it's about self or your or others, keep this in mind. When you're pointing fingers at others, or when you're pointing one finger at others, you have four more, well, you have actually three more pointing back at you. Remember, this is a thumb, but you have four more pointing back. I mean, three more pointing back at you. So please be careful about the critical behavior. And that includes myself. I know I get on edge, and my Virgo is always in high gear because it likes organization, or not like having messes or a dirty kitchen or whatever. So I have to keep my Virgo intact in the sense of on a calm level, because I'm not trying to run away my family members. I'm not, but I have to trust and forgive myself for being so critical in my atmosphere. So please, beautiful people, find the balance. That is one thing that is so important in this life. We have to find the balance. So trust and forgiveness. And remember that forgiveness is not for the other person, it's really for you. So if you feel that you've done something that wasn't conducive for a next move, know that you don't have to keep hurting yourself or reliving it. I myself am in that same practice. Start new. This is a new moon. Start fresh, start new. It's a new day. It's a beautiful morning. Take a walk outside. I think I'll go outside for a while. Take some time to reset. Use this energy, this earth energy, to go back outside, connect with nature. Walk around barefoot if you can in the green grass, touch a tree, talk to your plants. Get back to being grounded and trust that no matter whatever this journey leads you, it's in for your highest and best good. Come through. Yes. Oh, and underneath the deck, we have 19, 19 that becomes 20, that then becomes, wait, not, no, it doesn't. 9 plus 1 is 10, which goes back to 1. We have a wake-up call, okay? You are about to discover your life purpose. You are about to discover your life purpose. I have to laugh with this because when I did this reading, when I did it for myself, I always know that when I do these readings, I lined up with what cards I'm using, with what the energy of that particular zodiac is all about. And since this zodiac sign of Virgo is all about work, daily routine, and health, for the most part, I decided to use cards that were about life purpose, which is why I have the life purpose cards. I decided to use self-care since we're talking about our health. I decided to talk about, I got career and finance cards. Why? Because we're talking about work. We're talking about home and our routine. So it's hilarious because guess what? You got a wake-up call. You are about to learn about your life purpose. And guess what? The next cards are the life purpose cards. Come through. And again, I had these cards already out prior to even this message coming out. Reason being is because I always use the cards that I use for myself first before I pull the cards and see what the message needs to be for the collective second after I get through doing my own. And so the first one here, had to laugh, had to laugh, had to laugh. The first one is what? Leadership. So this is a wonderful supporting card that goes along with the King of Wands, which was all about leadership, since it's a wonderful court card. This card is leadership. Take charge of this situation. Take charge of this situation. So in this situation that you are in, my beautiful brothers and sisters, know that you can take charge of this. Get grounded first. Get grounded first. If you must get into solitude, get grounded first. And the first easiest way to get grounded is stay into the sense and the vibration of gratitude. What are you grateful for? Is it the food to eat? Is it the ability to see, walk, hear, live, and shelter, water, money in your pocket, whatever, health? Health is wealth, beautiful people. Everybody want to think that wealth is also financial, but it's also can be physical, because there are a lot of people out here who are not their best in their health, and they will give anything, their last $5, if it will help to sustain their health. So beautiful people, get into that spirit of gratitude, that vibration of gratitude. Then go continue to ground yourself, get connected to your emotions, get connected to your environment, get into a zenful peace, and get ready to be the leader that you are, and take charge of your situation. Be open to that next answer that you are looking for, to find resolution for the solution. You can do it. The magic is within you, beautiful people. We also have counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. You heal with kind words, with wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Are you concerned because people constantly come to you because they're looking for a listening ear? They're looking for your guidance. And sometimes it can be frustrating because you're like, shoot, I got to help everybody else. Who the hell helping me out? It's all about perspective, and take it as a beautiful thing. You are a wise one if you have so many people who are coming to you to listen to their problems. You are a wise one and a counselor and a helper and a healer if you have several people who are coming to you and asking, do you think this is so and so, or what do you think about that? It's not necessarily has to be a burden. Sometimes, depending on, again, can you navigate your energy, that becomes the burden. But it is a beautiful gift if you are the sage, if you are the wise one that people come to for assistance. And because if you are connected to this Virgo energy somehow, some way in your natal chart, it is your selfless act. It is your selfless act of service. So beautiful people, it's all about perspective. Be open to that. You remember, you are a leader. And you also have books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. You connect to your life purpose with your involvement with books. So, who are my future authors out there? And if not my future authors, who are my avid readers out there? Books are a wonderful window to the world of knowledge, of understanding, of it's a building block to your next move, your next occupation, your next trade, your next aha moment, because there is healing in the books. Whether you're learning something because you read some new principles or because you are writing, and it's a very cathartic moment of writing what your ideas are, what your theories, your beliefs, your values are. So, beautiful people, there is a connection. I know I'm out here with these books and I love to learn. I love to read and I also love to interpret. So, beautiful people, find your wisdom in your books. That is your next one. Is there a particular book that is on your mind right now that you've been thinking about buying and reading? Time to stop. If you must be in solitude, find time to read the book that's been on your mind to read. Come through. One of the best books that I read was uh, oh, what is it called? Celestine Prophecy. Celestine Prophecy. It was an awesome read. So, beautiful people, if you needed a book, check that one out. Celestine Prophecy. Maybe I'll go ahead and put that in the link below. I'll try my best. But just know if you have a book in mind, it's time to get it. Take some time out. Start reading it. Whether it's 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, before you go to bed or when you wake up. And you just need some stimulation for the mind, for the brain to get you going. Or even for your lunch break, find time to do that reading and connect to that book or get ready to write your book and your memoirs. Yes, come through. You also have freedom. Freedom. You're free to do what you choose. Freedom. You're free to do what you choose. This is the time, even with the Hermit card and the King of Wands. Please embrace this moment of solitude and understand that when you go inside, it is a space of freedom to make a choice, to figure out what is your heart's desire in your quiet time. And then know you have freedom to read books, to seek counseling. If you are not the one who is giving out this counseling, then go seek the counseling that you need to be the mentee versus the mentor, to figure out what's your next move if you are looking to change directions in your career. Okay, it's all good to receive some help. Even leaders, go and seek counsel from others who are proficient and excel in their proficiency to know what to do in that field. And we are no different. There's always someone out there more wiser and can interpret the energy and the knowledge better, who can break it down in layman's terms for you to understand, for I to understand. Beautiful people, we are out here as one, connected as one. Find the freedom in that and figure out what you choose to do in this new moon energy, in this new project, this new aha and go. And underneath the deck we have, I thought this was awesome as well, spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, your sessions and seminars. You heal with your classes, your sessions, your seminars. There are some people out here who are teachers, natural teachers. I know I am. That's why I was in the field of education for so long. And now I just teach. I left public school and now I teach in different ways, different modes. And every day I'm teaching something different or sharing more information with others. And so this one underneath the deck, the hidden energy. Are you a spiritual teacher? Is there something you would like to share with others? Is there something that's on your mind that you find? I mean, I love talking about astrology. That is why I'm an astrologer. Every time I learn something new about these planets, these luminaries, or something that I'm doing with natal charts, I love to share with others or the zodiacs. That's why I'm here doing a reading every time it's a moon cycle or I have a personal reading appointment. I love what I do. I love what I do with my spiritual side, and I love what I do as an actress and an entertainer. And beautiful people, I encourage you to find what makes your heart sing, with what comes with ease. There is a reason why I am a communicator. I'm always talking, so I might as well use those communication traits that I have to teach, to share knowledge, to share wisdom that I've learned. And I'm here to tell you, you are no different. If there's some kind of spiritual information you are ready to give and to share because you've been gifted with it, by all means. Is it through books? Is it through speaking engagements? Choose wisely and find out what's so best for you and do it. Get ready to write that book. Get ready to share that information. Come through. Yes, I'm cheering you on, beautiful people. Because if what you've been doing has not been working, it is time to do something else. Now, I mentioned before that I was also pulling out the self care because, again, self care is all about our health. And that is one of the things, the sixth house rule with Virgo. It's also about health. And so I got self care cards. And the first one we have is 30. Look for fairies. Look for fairies. And 26, health checkup. So let's get down to business. People who are more so not about that etheric realm, they need something a little more bit grounded. So for those of us who may have some issues with the whole thing of fairies, please switch that into ancestors or spiritual team. All right. Look for answers from fairies, your spiritual team, your ancestors, this universal realm. There are signs, there are signals, there are synchronicities, there are wonderful things out here, mystic creatures and beliefs that are out here for you to do research on, to seek knowledge about. Okay. Well, one thing is for sure, we definitely are gifted with a spiritual team, the ones who have been here before, who are here to guide us. Our angels, our ancestors, our spiritual team is here to guide us. So if you have an issue with the ideas of fairies, transform your frame of thought. Remember, it's all about perspective. Tap into your ancestors and look out for the guidance and wisdom that they are schooling you and teaching you or are saying to you. Remember, when we are mostly in solitude is when we get the best, and I mean the best information out here. And you can even give it through vivid dreams, beautiful people. Keep that in mind too. New moon energy and full moon energy can give you wonderful information through the whole mode and medium of dreams, visions come through. And that underneath the deck, 26, health checkup. Beautiful people. Have we taken the time out? It is now September. Have we taken the time out to do a health checkup? And if not, why not? It's time. It's time. Wonderful energy of Virgo. Make that appointment. If you feel there is nothing wrong with you at this moment, that's a beautiful thing too. But why not just double check on that? Come through. There are so many things out here, but it's all about knowing a baseline. Remember, there's moderation in all things. So if you have not had your annual checkup, it is time. The message is loud and clear. Spirit is telling me to tell you it is time to set that appointment. Get that health checkup. Just get a baseline. Somebody out there needs to hear that message. It's time, beautiful people. Health is wealth. And again, so many people out here wish that they had the health that you may have and been gifted with. And if not, if you're fighting with something, you're dealing with something, find out what the baseline is, okay? Yes, moving on. Now, The last of the cards is career and finance because again, Virgo energy is about that work routine. Yes. So I had to pull out the career and finance. And remember, career and finance cards have three choices. Three choices. Listen in. This is the time to use your intuition and figure out what message is being directed towards you, beautiful people. Come through. I love it. The first one up is actually legal. Legal. Come through. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. You might have to take care of some legal matters related to financial issues. That's number one. Number two, you could receive money from some kind of legal matter. You could receive money from some kind of legal matter. And number three, this is a good time to handle any legal matters involving money. This is a good time to handle any legal matters involving money. I like this one. I'm listening and hearing that this is a good time to handle any legal money matters involving money. This is the time. Get quiet, figure out what your next move is, but make it work, Buttercup. Come on. And I'm doing this reading on Wednesday, which happens to be the day ruled by Mercury. So hear me when I say communication is key. And even though Mercury is in retrograde, this retrogrades are no more than a season of review. So review your financial support, review your financial resources, and also the legal matters beforehand if you feel like this is something that you need to look into, beautiful people. And then we have as your second card, there is something better. There is something better out there. Whether those are choices, whether that's your career, maybe that's the reason why a lot of us must go into solitude to know what are our next move. Sometimes we get complacent in what we're doing because this job or this career has great benefits, because this job or this is what my mom and my dad wanted me to go into in this area of expertise, just because I know that this will bring me more stability or more money. And let me tell you this, money is an object. Money is a resource. It is not source. It is a resource. So if you are engaging in something that's not bringing you joy, don't be a slave to that. You don't have to be. You have options, and there is always something better. Now, what we need to do is be strategic with it. If you're not happy doing what you're doing right now, find in your private time, in your secondary time, in your off time from that first job, to figure out what you really find yourself happy and joyful in doing and start doing that. If it's a hobby, great. If you find yourself, you have a lot of people who have secondary jobs because once they leave that first one, they start working on what's their passion project, making candles, making soap, making lotions, making potions, whatever the case may be, selling cars, whatever the case may be. Find the time and do it wisely. Check it out. Instead of stopping with your first form of financial security, take some time out to dip your toe into the essence of what else is out there. And it's the possibilities, the world of possibilities, beautiful people. So check it out. Choose wisely. And underneath the deck, we have what? Ask for help. Ask for help. Consider asking for help with regards to your financial problems. Consider asking for help with regards to your financial problems. Remember, there are teachers out here, there are mentors out here who this financial situation, monies, it works with ease through them. They're able to collect monies, earn monies, or learn how to grow monies or make the best investment. If you know someone out there that's like that and you want your investments to grow, then ask, beautiful people. At closed mouths do not get fed. Ask, set your intention with this new moon. Set the intention that I am here to meet someone to help me in my financial situation, to help it to grow, to be better, to be filled with abundance. These are the wonderful things that we send out there in this universe with our spiritual team to find what best works for us in this abundance. through. Use your words carefully. You don't have to use mine, but go out there and find that mentor that you need to receive, or the help that you need, or go to the spiritual team. Start there first so that you can seek and receive the answer to lead you to the next person you're supposed to meet. Come through. Yes. I love that. We also have, ooh, who is this lower hand? We also have look at your financial situation from a new perspective. Look at your financial situation from a new perspective. If you're having low vibrations about your financial situation, it is time to shift your perspective. Remember, beautiful people, there doesn't have to be a positive or a negative. It's all about your perspective. So if you feel that your funds are too low, it's time to start figuring out how to get them up high. Again, if you don't think that your primary job is bringing you enough money, it is time to figure out what is that secondary job that you need to do to earn some extra cash, because that secondary income could bring you back to being your first source of income if you find that you're like a duck to water and it comes with ease when you do the secondary job. Come through. Yes. Options are plentiful, beautiful people. Again, tap into your spiritual team, tap into your higher self, tap into your intuition to figure out what works best for you. Come through in this energy. I love it. And the last one, you still have some resources remaining. You still have some resources remaining. People, please check in with the people that you know. And if you don't feel like you don't know anybody, ask your resource, ask your best friend, ask the person who you know is out here balling. A lot of times, and this is what people need to work on, including myself, we're always in a work in progress. Instead of hating on a person for being rich, wealthy, or just noticing that everything they do is going well and right, sometimes negative energy can creep in, and it brings upon jealousy. It brings upon a negative vibration, and they think they this, they think they that. No, that's probably not what they think. That's what you think. And then if you find yourself in that kind of frame of mind, beautiful people, this is the perfect time to shed that. Let it go. Trust and forgive yourself for feeling that way. And then figure out and do some solitary work to figure out, why are you like that? Can it be something that stems from your childhood? Can it be something that stems from your intimate mate, your partnership, your significant other, and why you're in that vibration? But the question is, are you ready to stop being like that and utilize that energy to not hate on a person, but to ask that person questions? If they have received success, money, opulence, and abundance, stop and ask questions as to how they did it. Obviously, they have a formula, and obviously, instead of hating, you want in on it. So ask, send an email, make a phone call, send a text message, and ask them if they have 10 or 15 minutes that you can discuss some ways and what were their trade secrets. And find out if they're willing to ask. Ask if you could be an intern. Ask if you can be assistant. I made a comment to my husband a long time ago that helped us to move to solidify the reason why it was time for us to move here to California. And this was it. If you want to be a millionaire, you must hang with millionaires. Hanging with people with low vibrations who are always in a mental mindset of struggle is contagious. And hanging around them long enough is going to keep you in a vibration that is what? Limiting in your vibration, in your mindset. So if you want to be a millionaire, you need to hang with millionaires. You need to talk to millionaires. You need to find out what's the inside information on how they make it or do it with ease or with hard work. Whatever it is, it's a practice. And it's something that they wound up perfecting or in the process of perfecting. So if you want in, don't hate, appreciate, and ask the necessary questions to get you to that level. Good Lord, beautiful people, it's all about perspective. And I'm here to be of service. So, beautiful people, if you find yourself feeling like that, switch the vibrations. do what you need to do the necessary solid work in solitude to get you in a space to be more open to that kind of wisdom and advice. It would do your heart and your mind and your spirit some wonderful justice. All right? Come through. Yes, I appreciate that one. Hold on. All right, beautiful people. And so that is the last of the cards. I had to go and check real quick. So even though tomorrow is September 14th, and that is when we are enjoying this new moon in Virgo at its peak, just know that the next full moon is actually in Aries on September 29th. And I will be there to deliver the message of how to harness that wonderful fire energy of Aries. Remember, Aries is the first zodiac sign of the cycle. And so it brings about, again, new energy, a fire start to do some things. But since it's a full moon, it's also a moment of letting go something, to tap into that fire energy, to figure out that just to know you have the courage, you have the passion to let go, beautiful people. But that's in the future, and that does not exist right now. Right now, we're in the present. So I want you to enjoy this wonderful double sun in Virgo and new moon in Virgo energy. And again, happy birthday to all my Virgo brothers and sisters. Enjoy, 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 because sooner or later, you're going to have to step aside and make room for the air energy of Libra. And as always, beautiful people, always remember to what? Shine your light. I am a firm believer if everyone was to shine their light, and I mean brightly shine their light, no one would be in darkness. Because, beautiful people, you never know who you may inspire. Seriously. Again, as I always remind everyone, it's a domino effect. And you never know who's watching you. You don't. Somebody is watching me. I get inspired from certain people. I love when this is a contagious domino effect and it just keeps going. The vibration of this world and this universe can be so much higher if we would just learn to shine our wonderful, beautiful, unique, individualistic light amongst everyone in the world, and that we can appreciate that wonderful light, because some of us, our light is dimming, and that's okay. They just need a little energy, a little pick me up, a little perk to reignite it and to let it burn brightly, beautiful people. So, take care of that health. Take care of that wonderful energy. I'll see you again when we hit up into that full moon of Aries. And remember, beautiful people, this is a timeless reading. When you receive this message is the perfect time you're supposed to receive this message. And as always, if this message resonated with you, please, by all means, give your girl a thumbs up. Share. See, here's a perfect prime example. Share the energy. Please hit that thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you don't miss anything. The next thing I'm going to be putting up here is some cards that I went ahead and did a flip through, an unboxing and flip through, beautiful people. And keep that in mind, and some relationship stuff that I got going on. So remember, also feel free to put your questions down below if you have some relationship questions. There's no judgment here. My hubby and I are going to give honest answers of what we have recognized and what we've experienced in our marriage. And it's and I hear him downstairs sneezing now. And so, beautiful people, mwah! I love you. Thank you so much for supporting me. I'm sending you an abundance of love out there. And I want you to continue to love on yourself. That is most important, beautiful people. Remember, solitude, if that is the space and the time and the place, and healing for our mental, for our work, for our home, for whatever the studies and the routine we have, and for our mental health and our physical health. All right? Bye. Oh, goodness, I love what I do. Take care, beautiful people. Bye.